My name is Lauren Smith. I am the Assistant Director of Black Civic Engagement Policy and Advocacy at Soul to Soul Sisters. Soul to Soul focuses on Black liberation through eradicating white supremacy, actualizing reparations as healing and economic justice, building Black political power, and advocating for Black beloveds' rights to make decisions about our lives, bodies, and futures. Soul to Soul Sisters has joined Voter Rights Colorado campaign to defeat Proposition 131 on the ballot this November due to the many concerns this proposal raises around voter confusion and impacts on BIPOC voters and candidates. At Soul to Soul Sisters, we talk to community members every election season, and we support Coloradans through voter education and engagement. And Congresswoman DeGette spoke to this a bit. Black voters and other historically disenfranchised and underinvested communities continue to face longstanding systemic barriers when it comes to voting, and Proposition 131 would exacerbate these barriers. For decades, Colorado has taken important steps to make our elections accessible, transparent, and secure. And these thoughtful improvements to our election system have boosted voter turnout and participation and increased election integrity. But Proposition 131 is not voter-friendly, it's confusing. This measure would transform Colorado's elections and increase barriers to participation. Looking at other states that have similar election models, evidence points to voter suppression and increased ballot spoilage. Studies show that under this model, it is 10 times more likely that a voter will make a mistake on their ballot, and that could result in the vote being thrown out without their knowledge. Logistically, the way that Proposition 131 is set up creates additional complexity because only about half of candidates are affected by this, as we touched on. And if this measure passes, Colorado will either have one long, confusing ballot or two separate ballots with two different ways to vote in both the primary and general elections. Colorado has worked really hard to break down barriers to voting, and making drastic, hasty changes to our system would be a step backwards, which is why we've joined this campaign.